Good morning. Today is Saturday, the 27th of September, 2025, and the time now is 4 minutes past 8 a.m. in the morning. My name is Honest John, the son of John O'Sullivan, or Egan, or Marsh, or Bellingham, or the Rugged Miller, or Kid Blackie, the Nonpareil. These are my fighting names, boxing names, or the Crooked Wynnum, or Roxbury, and I'm a boxer, a prize fighter, pugilist. Anyway, my son's mother, I have a son, and obviously there's a mother there, and it says my son's mother. She said, so 2025. She must have said in 2003. She said, "I am like an elephant. I never forget." She said this. Now we're from Jamaica. We're Jamaican people, which is neither here nor there in the real world because it doesn't. We're all the same, isn't it? It doesn't matter really. It doesn't really matter, like your hereditary or where you read from. 'Cause people is people, and once you can speak English, and we understand your English, we're the same, isn't it? That's the mindset here. So but anyway, we're from Jamaica, Kingston. So anyway, she said, no, I'm not. She's saying, I am like an elephant. I never forget. Now I've never heard of that. I've never heard that expression before until she said it. Never heard that. Now I'm 55. Now I mean, I have never been to Jamaica. Listen, can you hear me in the video? I have never been to Jamaica. Never been there. No. Sorry, let me say that again. I have never been to Jamaica. I have never been there. No, but I am planning to go soon to Jamaica. Maybe to honestly, I'll probably go Mandeville or Montego Bay. Mandeville or Montego Bay. Probably Montego Bay. Because Montego Bay is the tourist part of Jamaica, tourism. Montego Bay, yeah. I'll go Montego Bay. Or they're going to St. Catherine's, but I'm not going to go St. Catherine's. Anyway, to cut a long story short now, so she said she's like an elephant she never forgets. So that's deep, isn't it? That's very sort of, that's a new one because I don't have a lot of Jamaican friends, even though I'm British. I'm British. I'm a British citizen. I'm British, but I don't have really a lot of Ja- Jamaican friends. No, I don't. They make you be like, I don't have a lot of Jamaican friends. No, no, not from Yard. Yard means like not from back home, not from that the original Jamaica. I don't have a lot of friends from there now. So basically now, so basically, she said, "Oh, I'm like an elephant. I never forget. I'm like an elephant. She never forgets. She's like an elephant. She never forgets." Now, elephants are lovely animals. They've got long tusk, long trunk. They've got tusk. Beautiful animals, beautiful creatures. I think God done good. God done good there. Most people in their right mind would agree that that's a wonderful animal or mammal. Elephant's wonderful. It's beautiful, isn't it? The size of it. It's a beautiful design. It's a beautiful design. Yeah. Most people, right thinking people with love for mother nature, would say, yeah, it's a beautiful animal. Elephant. It's lovely. It's original. I don't think anybody really could put pen to paper and design something like that to that degree and level. It's beautiful, yeah. So anyway, yeah, she never forgets. She's like an elephant. Now elephants, they never forget. Now elephant must forget. It must go to like the water, to the where the water is and say, right, it's dinner time. I didn't have my dinner. It's forgotten the time. Now this is a joke. Now lighten up. 'Cause I know like you think you're like I know you're trying to be serious and solemn and all that in like in a Brex in England, but what I'm trying to say is lighten up. So the elephant must go to the water now. I think, rah, like it's 6:30. You normally had your dinner at 5 o'clock. Thinking, rah, I forgot my dinner. So I'll turn around and go eat some leaves or whatever it eats, some berries on the tree. But that's my dinner now. But it's a late dinner. I should have had it say an hour and a half ago. So it must forget because life is life. Life is a beautiful thing. Life people think life is predictable. No, it's not. unpredictable life. Yeah, it's not predictable. I think people want to make life where nothing happens, and that's good for them because nothing will happen for them. Good luck. They want to make it like where they're wrapped in cotton wool and nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens. I mean, they want to make that life for them. Now, I'm not saying that that's literally what they're trying to do. I think it's a sense of fear where they say, well, they've seen a lot of misery and drudgery and like where their family roots and where they come from, the things they've seen and experienced, like when they were young, when they were home with with their family. So they want to create this kind of like a fairy tale. Because when we were younger, listen good, we read fairy tale books in it. Alice in Wonderland, so many stories of fairy tales in it. Do you remember that? So we tried to create that. I mean, God, Jehovah, that's love. That's the love of God. He's trying to give us that encouragement to create this kind of dream world existence. But what I'm saying, in the real world, because the real world is still there, whatever God tries to do, the trees, the butterflies, the squirrels, they're still there, aren't they? They don't disappear. They're still there. The cold weather, it snows at Christmas time, it doesn't go away. True or not true? It's still there. The cold weather, like you get a cold, you have to go to the pharmacy and get cold medicine, doesn't it? That still goes on, doesn't it? Doesn't change, but whatever they're saying, the stories. So now she's saying, oh, she's like an elephant, she never forgets. But elephant, she never forget. Well, I know that's for her, that's like an idiom or a proverb or a wise saying. But in the literal sense, if you take it literally, like in Jamaica, like the English may not take it the way that Jamaicans take it. English might take it as the idiom or the proverbial. But in Jamaica, we might say, or even in Africa, maybe in Africa, we'll say, well, elephants do forget, or you can't really say elephant because an elephant is not really something that you're using the wrong idiom or proverb to describe what you're trying to say in Africa. Now, Africa is a big place. Africa, not just South Africa and Egypt. There's so much things going on in Africa, but there'll be Africans there because like, I originate from Africa. Like if we go back 700 years, I would be in Africa. So there's some of us, not all of us, say like 2% of us. That's not a lot. We think, oh, in the literal sense, you don't really, you're not an elephant. You can't say that. You are not an elephant. You can't say elephant, don't forget. Anyway, getting back to the story now. So, two twos now. So what she means, I know what she means because I can see both sides of the coin. She means that she remembers all things. She remembers all things. She does nothing goes past her. But that means it. What she means is nothing. She's observant. So even if she's looking straight ahead, she can see to the left, to the right, to the back. It's like she's got eyes at the back of her head. What that eyes at the back of the head means, she doesn't have eyes at the back of the head. It's another thing people say to mean she's aware, consciously aware. She's not just like looking one dimensional, straight ahead. She can see diagonal. She's all around. She's aware. She's in the zone. In the zone means she's in the present. She's in the here and now. She's seeing. She's there. She's hearing. She's thinking. She's feeling. She's there. She's not. Her mind is. She's not miles away. Miles away means she's not thinking of I've got to look for work. Like say she was unemployed. I've got to look for work tomorrow, or got to do my resume or see. No, she's there. She's thinking about what's going on. So she's like what she's saying. So she's like an elephant. She never forgets. So she's in the zone. She's feeling it. She's there. She never forgets. So she sees anything here. She sees anything, hears anything. She remembers it. It's important to her that. So basically now, and so now here it comes in God now, the Jehovah, or got so many names. I had a book 20 years ago that God had over 1,000 names. 1,000 names. 1,000 names of God. It's a really lovely book. I bought it. It's about maybe £10, £15. A lot of money for me them days. Lovely book. It has over 1,000 names. So anyway, say Yahweh, Tetragrammatron, or Elohim, Terrible, because many people know the name Terrible now. I thought there was only a few people that knew the name Terrible. I'm realizing now, many people know the name Terrible. That they might associate the cross that the Lord Jesus Christ died upon as with terrible, which is really good. I'm glad that they associate that now. I think that's really lovely. It's love. That's good. So anyway, so now, yeah, so she's saying, oh, she's like an elephant. She never forgets. But basically, that's why I say here comes in like Yahweh. What I'm saying there now is everybody has their needs, their struggles, their survival mechanism. You may not agree with it. Like she said, oh, she had to go towards the church. But for me, she was already in the church. That was my thinking. Now that was in my back. That was in my mind. She was already in the church. We were already sort of like we were already worshipful. We had our own little way of doing it. But she wanted to do it, transform it into another reality. So she's bringing God. But I'm saying we all have to survive. You may not like the way someone else is doing it. Like some people might say, okay, I'm going to become, I'm going to join the Mormons, or I'm going to join so many other things. What's that one? The Jesuits, or there's other things. You might think, oh, well, I'll never do that. But for them, that's help. They can relate to that. That's going to help them get through the 10, 20, 30, 40 years they need to live existence peacefully, happily, successfully, independently, praising God. Because God has put something in it. He's put so many things there now. You can say, okay, I can choose. I can be Baptist. Now, a lot of West Indian people, especially like my father's generation, I have a father, yeah. They they're more towards, not all of them, say like maybe 50%, 40%, less than, say 30%, 20% go towards baptism. They like the Baptist church, singing and clapping and dancing and really, you know what I mean, being very colourful in the church, like very very vocal. They can express get it all out. Yeah, it's very energetic. It's a feely church, as in in the zone. Baptist church. So anyway, they have a lot of that in Jamaica as well, back to Baptist church and in St. Lucia. But anyway, getting back to the story now. So anyway, so what I'm saying, so everybody has their own mechanism. So you may think, oh, somebody's survival mechanism, I wouldn't do that, but you wouldn't do. That's not for you. That's not your survival. You're not them. You're you. True or not true? You're you. That you was born on a certain day at a certain time. Not many people are going to be born on there's probably a few people in the world that were born on that day at that same time as you, but it's improbable. It's highly unlikely that you're going to meet that person to say, yeah, you can say, oh, were you born on the 29th of the month of October at that time, 1:15? You'd be like, right, that's deep. So even though they're not your family blood, you can say that we're like twins. That like that humor. You could be humorous, say, yeah, we're like twins, or we're kindred spirits. But it's really we never meet people born on the same day and at the same time. It's rare. God hasn't done that. He's done it, but he hasn't allowed us to meet that individual, and they must be there. Not that they must be there, but it's probable because in this world everything is possible. This is the world of possibilities. So anyway, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's got different survival mechanisms. So she might say, "Oh, this I remember. I'm like an elephant. I remember everything." But what she needs to understand is it wasn't a perfect situation. The environment wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect, no. Because obviously she had her aims, her dreams, her ambitions, her goals at that time. I'm talking like 20 years ago. She had her aims, her goals, her ambitions, her drive. So that was paramount. That was her focus. She was concentrated on that. I had my aims, my ambitions and goals, but she didn't realize that. She thought that there was nothing going on, that it was just non-existent. But look where I am now, though. I went training yesterday. I have designed the Golden Gilt flag, many other things, and I can do more because I think what they're trying to say is that it's stopped. It hasn't stopped. No, no, I can do. It doesn't have to be what you say. I can do completely new things, completely new. It wasn't like God sent me this energy in 2010 and it's gone. It's still here. It's still here. Yeah, still here. It's still here. Don't think that that time there and it's gone now and COVID-19 and it's finished. No, it's still here. It's still here. Yeah, I'm clever. What I mean by that, when I say I'm clever, what I mean by that is I'm a natural, methodical, loving, kind, intelligent man. So I'm clever. Believe me. Don't be thinking. There's different ways to analyze a person's. You can say education. Like education is different to cleverness. Education's like, oh, you've got GCSEs, A levels, degree, PhD. That's education. You've been educated. But some people might say you can still be educated and not be clever. But or they would dispute that, say, well, since you're educated, you must be clever. But there are people in the world who think, well, you're educated, but you're still not really. You ain't got no sparkle. There's no twinkle in your eye. There's nothing. You're not really saying anything original, or there's nothing new. It's just the same old, same old. You're not really clever because I've told you I've presented this problem to you. You can't really solve it in the real world. You can't really look at it in a new way. So you're not really clever. I'm not saying that you're not clever. I'm saying that that was just a scenario of a situation. I'm sure it's happened in England. There's been situations like in the boardroom or in the office where they said, "Oh, look, can you solve this?" And I said, "No, I can't do it." But you got a degree or whatever. They said, "No, well, I'm sorry, but I don't know what to do there." I'm not saying that's happened, but I can imagine that's happened once or twice. But anyway, what I'm saying now is, so anyway, she said, "I'm like an elephant. I'll never forget." Well, good luck. Elephants, leave elephants alone because elephants are lovely animals, and and she can remember what the hell she likes. She had a lovely mother. Her mother was beautiful. She had a really lovely mother. Her mother. Sad though because her mother, went through her mother. Her mother, I mean, the mother there, but sad really. Very sad really. But when I say sad really, what I'm trying to say is I'm not expressing the emotion. What I mean is parents, parents suffer and go through the rough and extremities for their children. They bring their children up. Some parents abandon their children. They say, well, I'm not going to go through that for them. No, they abandon. I'm not saying that not all parents do that. Maybe 1% or 0.5% abandon their kids. I wash my hands of them. I mean, I ain't that. None of that means I ain't got time for that because if they're not doing what I'm telling them to do, they can sling the hook and go along. Because I ain't gonna. My life is important to me. I ain't gonna bring myself down to a lower level. I'm a, say 0.3% of parents might do that. So you know what? Two go along. Now, her mother was very disciplined and dedicated and loving. She stayed there. But I mean, looking at it as a Jamaican, as the son of a Jamaican man. I mean, but what I'm saying is, so anyway, everybody has their own. Like God is the judge. Because this life, I know we love the life, and the sun is out. It's a nice little morning, but at the end of the day, when we pass away, God is the judge. So God knows. God is not stupid. And when I say God is not stupid, what I mean by that is He's given. We've got like we've got like the Holy Bible and everything like that. It's lovely. And God is not stupid. God is not stupid. God is not stupid now. God is stupid now. I think God. Yeah, I think God knows the next step, the next stage of life. He knows. So that we're living now, innit? I'm talking now. When I die, because I will die one day. When I die, at that moment of death, God knows what's gonna happen. Yeah, He knows. So He doesn't worry. He knows. Yeah, He knows. He knows. So He doesn't know. So you can say what you want now. I can make as many fucking videos. I can make 10,000 videos. We'll say that any number, 2,000 or 2,000. I can make any videos. But at the time I die, my heart starts beating. Boom. God knows what happened there. But at that moment, that's it. He knows. He said, "You're fucking talking all of that. You're carrying on. You see you because at that moment you're on your own." Now I don't. I'm not. I'm not. I want to be loving. I don't want to spread any. I'm be loving. This is the God is up. But what I'm trying to say, you would do the same thing. If you was God, you'd say the same thing, wouldn't you? If you created something and someone just trashed it, you'd be like to them, well, you know what? I put a lot of work, effort into that, and you came along and did that to it. So you'd be saying the same thing, wouldn't you? Yeah. So God is saying now, mind up because on that moment when your heart starts beating or whatever it is, or old age, or you get old and you die, for like you're like 89, 90, or 95, whatever the age is, and you die, you will die. Nobody lives forever. So you'll die now. You'll meet God. And you'll meet God. And so at that moment, that is when that is when you meet the Maker and God, like Jehovah's love, and God is the most loving creation in this world, the most loving. There's nothing like God, incomparable. It's mind blowing. It's gonna blow you away. Thanks a lot. Anyway, I do the sign of the cross. Thank you, Lord.